Hey everybody, it's me Sven here, bringing you day number 37 of Let's Talk About Autism. In today's video, I will be talking about Hans Asperger, whom Asperger syndrome is named after, up till the merger happened, 12 years ago. Asperger was tasked with finding differences in the mind between kids in the regime, the most infamous regime to ever exist, that he worked for. Because he was tasked with, well, you can probably guess what it is. I don't think I have to tell you. But he was tasked with finding differences so that they could be wiped out. And so he worked for them. But we named his research after him anyway, and an entire condition. And I can see why they merged it. Probably not because Asperger syndrome, what used to be called Asperger syndrome, was close enough to autism to merge them. It was more or less, could be because he worked for the most infamous regime to ever exist. And those in today's medical field didn't want to have that association, which is kind of understandable, but at the same time, it's caused some issues. His work, while it might not have been used for good, can still be used for good today. And a lot of people still call themselves Asperger because they know they are not severely autistic. And this is, again, this whole thing created a problem where autistic youth, regardless of where on the spectrum you are, have been treated badly just because they're assumed to be dysfunctional, which I've already talked about many times. I don't think I have to explain it here. You can check out my other videos if you wanted to learn about that. But, yeah, that's why we still often call ourselves Asperger's. And I remember hearing the term all the time as a little kid prior to when the merger happened, back 12 years ago. So, yeah, that's sort of a weird situation here where we had a condition based on the research of somebody who was tasked with doing something really evil. But that research can still be used for good, and should be used for good, and should be used as a differentiating factor. I already talked about the other person, Grunia Sukareva. Sukareva syndrome is a much better name, because she wasn't a bad person. If anything, her work was probably censored by Russia. But again, you can check out that video. I don't need to explain it here. So, we as autistics and former Aspergers struggle with a lot of stuff in regards to bad treatment from big government, big pharma, and big education because of a forced merger that was perhaps may have been done to sort of distance themselves from a regime whose collapse we commemorated the 80th anniversary of yesterday. I mean, I'm not sure how well this video will come across, but if you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you for watching. If you watched it this far, this one was kind of half-assed, and I will see you on day 38. Goodbye.